Well, hello, I'm going to talk about market segmentation. And the market segmentation is defined as the process of dividing a market into different homogeneous groups of consumers. Markets consist of buyers that vary from each other in different ways. I tell you why. Variation depends upon different factors like wants, resources, buying attitude, localization, and buying practices. By segmentation, large heterogeneous markets are divided into smaller segments that can be divided into smaller, efficiently and effectively with products and services that match to their unique needs. So, market segmentation is beneficial for the companies serving larger markets. The criteria of selecting these segments is measurable. That means a segment should be measurable because it means that you should be able to tell how many potential customers or how many business are out in their segment. Then another one, it could be accessible because a segment should be accessible through channels or communication and distribution like sales of force, transportation, telecom, or maybe the internet. It could be durable. Segments should be not have frequency changes attribute in it because they has to be durable. If not, what can happen? Substantial. Make sure the size of segment is large enough to warrant as a segment and large enough to be profitable. Another one is a unique need. Segments should be different in their response and different market efforts. Consumer and business markets cannot be segmented on the basis because of some variables because of their inherent differences. Basis of consumer market. There are a number of variables involved in consumer market segmentation. Along in combination, these variables are geographic variables, demographic variables, psychographic variables, behavioral variables. There are four, and I want to explain each of one because they are important in the thing that an example. Let's start. In geographical segmentation, market is divided in different geographical units like regions. We can talk about countries, nation, states, neighborhood. Population density is another one. It includes urban, suburban, it is rural. You cannot buy something for the rural if you are in the urban. That's what it means. City size, size of area. If the area is too short or it has many populations, size of growth and rate. Climate, and another important thing, because regions having similar climate pattern. This means that you cannot buy something that, for example, here in Mexico, for what would you use a motorcycle that is for it's not for the winter, it's just for when there is cold and everything else. A company either serving a few geographic segments needs to put attention on variability. And why I say this is because after segments any consumer market on geographic basis, companies localize their marketing efforts. That means products, advertising, promotionals. Promotionals are like the wow of all would be of Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi if they do not have that marketing, like with all that brands. They earn a lot of money and they are the face of everything. Like Messi, he is the image of Pepsi, and in a restaurant they saw him taking a Coca and it cost a lot of millions to him. Well, going back to the theme, I'm going to explain demographic segmentation. Demographic segmentation involves that market is divided into small segments based on demographic variables. And these are age, gender, social class, occupation, religion, nationality. Nationality because it depends how many you earn to buy something. You don't want to buy, you will not put something in a place that they do not have the resources that are too expensive because they will not buy it. In psychographic segmentation, segments are defined on the basis of social, classes, lifestyle, and personality characteristics. Psychographical variables include interests, opinions, activities, values, attitudes, and something else. A segment having demographically grouped consumers may have different psychographic characteristics. Behavioral segments. This is about, how can I explain it? It is divided into segments that are based on consumer knowledge, attitude, or response to product. That it could be use rate, brand loyalty, occasions. In brand loyalty, I could say that I don't like Nike. I am like loyal to Adidas because I like it more than everything, and in my opinion, Nike is not really good. And to conclude, I would like to say that market segmentation can be segmented on the basis consumer market variables, but because of many inherent differences like business are few purchase in bulk, evaluating depth, joint decisions are made, or business market might be segmented on the basis of following variables. And these are company size, industry, which industry will you like to serve, purchasing approaches. This means that organization, nature of existing relationships, purchase policies and criteria, product usage, situational factors, and geographic. Geographic, one more time I tell you, geographic is like the important because regional industrial growth rate, customer concentration, and international macroeconomic factors. Macroeconomic is like all the factors that involves the economy of all in the world of a market, and this is what are market segments and the basis of marketing.
Well, today I'm going to talk about subliminal messages. First, what is a subliminal message? It is a signal or a message designed to pass below limits of normal perception. This means that if you at first read a text or see an image or watch a film, you are not going to perceive this subliminal message, but it goes to your subconscious. We can find it in songs, advertisements, movies, text, images, and many other things. Aristotle is considered the first man to talk about subliminal messages. He wrote a book, Parva Naturalia. In this book, he talked about subconscious, and he told that subliminal messages go to a subconscious and you can see them in your dreams. This book, Aristotle wrote it 2000 years ago. Another important man that talked about this topic is Sigmund Freud with the theory of psychoanalysis. Here he gave three basic theories about dreams. The first one is protect you while you are sleeping, changing disturbing images. This means that if you are dreaming with a monster or a horrible thing, your subconscious is gonna change it so you don't get disturbed. The second theory is represent the fulfillment of desire. This is basically just represent what you want, what you need, or the things that you wish. The third theory that he gave is that disturbing image is changed by a symbol. For example, if you're fighting with your mom and you go to sleep, you can dream with that fight. So what your subconscious is gonna do is gonna change the image of your mom with a dog that is gonna bother you. Here we have some examples of subliminal messages. In a film, we can find the Adidas message in the hair of Orlando Bloom. Here we have a painting that has two images. The first image is two old men. Here we can see them. And the second image is two guys here, one playing the guitar and the other one with a bottle of alcohol. And here we have a door. Also a good example is with beer. Heineken give this image a good strategy. We have two bottles of beer, like representing women's legs. Also a good example with Disney is the Lion King. We have here the lion, but if you really pay attention, you can find like a woman shape here. Also with Magnum, as with Heineken, we have the same example, woman legs. With Camel, we have a man here. You could notice it better here. A man just stand up. Some examples in music. We have Kiss, The Beatles, Queen, RBD, Shakira, and Ricky Martin. These artists don't tell that they put subliminal messages in their songs, but people discover them by playing the song backwards. This technique is named backmasking and is nowadays really used to discover the subliminal messages. Nowadays, publicity and marketing really need subliminal messages. So people get attracted to the product and they can sell more. So nowadays, marketing use a lot of subliminal messages.
Colors in the business. Colors are very important because of three main points. Well, the first is that they are very powerful in the subconscious of the people, and because of this, it is much easier to grab people's attention. Well, in marketing, the campaigns may have a better response because of this. For example, we have the red color. The red color is a warm and positive color. It means energy, passion, and action. It stimulates the physical senses just like the appetite and sexual issues. The excess of this color can provoke aggressiveness at the consumer. For example, we have McDonald's and Ferrari. Then we have the yellow, that just like the red, it is a warm and happy color. It stimulates the cheerfulness and playfulness of the people, and also stimulates the mind and the mental activity. The excess of this color can cause anxiety, and it is not recommended to use it much. For example, we have the Lego stores. On the other side, we have the green, that is related with the harmony and the balance. It is associated with the nature and health. The darker green is related with the money. The excessive appearance of this color can lead to envy feelings, so it is not recommended. And for example, we have green peace. Then we have the blue. The blue indicates confidence and honesty. It is related with the one-on-one communication, and that's why I choose Facebook as the best example. The blue is a color that inspires calm, and because of this, it is a color that encourages the boredom, so the excess of this is not good. Another example is the pink. The pink is associated with the compassion and the girls. Yes, the girls. And this color suggests hope to the future. That's why this color is used in the October month, that is the breast cancer awareness, and many big brands are involved in this, just like the NFL, Hard Rock, and one example is this girl is Hayley Williams from Paramore, helping Hard Rock to this campaign of Pinktober. Finally, we have the black color. The black color inspires authority and power. Because of this, the color can be intimidating and not very recommended. Well, it is recommended, but not that much. So, it is also seen as a formal and serious colors. So, that's why I choose Emporio Armani as the best example, because it's Emporio Armani. So the excess of this color can provoke depression and pessimist sensations. As a conclusion, I can say that the colors, yes, are very important, but the quality of the products that the enterprises sell are the things that make a difference to some more or less of a thing or product that you're giving.
I'm going to talk about of consumer behavior and how it relates in psychology in marketing. First, I'm going to read the definition. The study of individuals, groups, organizations, and the processes they use to select, secure, use, and dispose of products, services, experiences, or ideas to satisfy needs and the impacts that these processes have on the consumer and society. For starters, the study of consumers helps firms and organizations in their marketing strategies by understanding issues such as number one, how the consumers think, feel, and select items between different options. Number two, um, how the environments affect the consumer and make them choose. Number three, the limitations. Uh, Many consumers have different economic situations, so the enterprise have to make a really good market research because they have to know who are the people that are going to sell their product. Number four, consumer motivation. The product needs to attract the people, so they motivate them to buy it. And finally, the marketeers. Their marketeers can adapt and improve their marketing campaigns and marketing strategies to more effectively reach the customer. Uh, well, some useful points in consumer behavior are number one, behavior involves individuals and groups. This means that when an enterprise is going to sell a product, they have to know that they are going to sell it to a group and an individuals because groups are formed by individuals, so they talk between each other and they talk about the products they use. Number two, use and disposal of products. The how much does the product last and where they have to dispose. Services, ideas, and tangible products. An enterprise has to, I'm sorry, can offer a service, an idea, or a tangible product itself. And behavior and society is very important because it's how the market is going to be when you launch your product in the market. Well, the main applications of consumer behavior is marketing strategy, the main one, and it has 2 points. New products must be well financed. This means that you need to have enough money to produce the products you are going to sell to the market. And please initial customers because a new product has to attract the people, the new buyers, so they stick with you and buy you more and more products. Publicity policy. This means that it has is if a product has bad consequences in the people, they have to notice it, like in the cigars. Social marketing. This means providing ideas to the people, not really products, but ideas like going to a cinema or going to the bowling or something like that. And better consumers. It helps also the people because they know how to buy, where to buy it, and how to be a better consumer. A consumer. Well, the consumer research methods. They are four. The market research. This is very needed to ensure that we produce what customers really want and not what we think they want. This talking about like I am being the enterprise. Then the primary and secondary research methods. The primary research method is research that you design and you conduct yourself, me as enterprise. And the secondary is research that involves using information that others have already put together. And also the research sequence. Um, this is a more precise method because you have to follow some steps in the process of the investigation so you can know the market that you are going to be in. And caution. Uh, you have to be cautious because research should only be commissioned when it is worth the cost. You can maybe you can afford a very large investigation, but you need to know that it will offer the proper service that you need. Thank you for your